crossbows are nearly as old as vertical bows, and maybe even older. So they've been around a long time. You're new at it, okay? And I mentioned muscle memory before. So after you've done this for 40 plus years.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you're shooting on your bow right now. Do you know what your draw weight is?
I'm pretty sure it's like 30, 40. Okay. 40.
Yeah. So tell me what we're looking for here. What are you doing? What are you looking at? Or what do you want?
All of the above is what I want, whatever that means.
Right.
No,
right.
no. So obviously, you know, Rob, learned a lot from Rob, and Rob was like, you're the guy that I need to talk to. And I wanted to see what you wanted to share with respect to archery. I am relatively new into the archery community. I started about 5-6 months ago.
That's pretty new.
Yeah. And so this is my first time attending the show. And I was like, I want to meet people. I want to learn the nuances associated with like archery and archery products that could essentially, you know, improve my performance and even my experience. And so he said I should talk to you.
I think probably what you should be seeing already is archery is a pretty close-knit community. People shoot a bow because they're passionate about it and enjoy it. You know, you came into it maybe a little bit later. Almost everybody has a positive experience in their past in a PE class, at a summer camp or something. So there's something fun about launching an arrow, however you do it, you know. So, and what we have here on these tables is crossbow oriented. Crossbows are nearly as old as vertical bows, and maybe even older. So they've been around a long time. These bows are Center Point.
Center Point,
brand,
okay.
Right? The table up there is Ravin.
Okay.
The same company owns both brands.
Okay.
So,
all right.
And we sell, Ravin is a little bit higher end price point wise, all American made. These are more value priced, higher performance bows, but they are an imported product. Typically we're in the $599 to $799 retail range here, and then we go from $1,000 up to almost $2,500 on the table over here.
Oh wow, okay.
Quite a spread, but something for every budget. So in the vertical bow world, there are several things that I'm sure you've been learning about. To become consistent, okay? Obviously a bow that fits you properly.
Yes.
The draw length wise has to be right. And then how you grip the bow is vitally important.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and a tiny bit of change up here, you know, can certainly affect something downrange. Your anchor point back here is, again, vitally important. You have to have this relationship between your anchor point and your eye and your sight, you know, and then aiming to get all that done. So those are all things that, you know, the human form can put into the equation and cause variances. Crossbows have taken a lot of that out. Your hand and grip juncture here, well, that's done here. It's locked together. It's mechanical. Okay, this isn't going to change. That's very, very set.
Okay.
You know, when you bring the string back and lock it in here, that's the anchor point back here. So this in relation to your sighting apparatus and the target, that's going to stay the same. So a lot of the things that are easily varied with human interaction, we've taken out. So I guess the point is, it's easier to be consistent and accurate with a crossbow than it might be with a compound bow. So what we have found over the years on the hunting side of things, do you hunt, or do you think you'll hunt?
In the future, I'm working on it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. My husband just purchased a Matthews lift, and I pulled it back not too long ago, and I'm still paying the price. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I actually loved how it felt.
If you do decide to get into the hunting end of it, there are a whole bunch of other things that come into play, just depending on how you approach the outdoors, and there's just something cool about sitting in a tree waiting for a deer to walk by. You know, if you were to get into that, one of the things that with a vertical bow like you're shooting right now, there's a real serious time commitment. You know, you need to spend, depending on how many years and how much muscle memory you have, you know, weeks and weeks of practice prior to the season, so that you're comfortable and confident when the time comes to shoot at an animal. You know, it's most bow hunters are very, very conscientious, and you want to place the right shot. Okay, when you're in a funky position, that's when it comes back. Okay, that's when maybe your grip isn't quite the same. Okay, you're in a different angle, and so maybe your anchor point's not quite the same. So it can cause variations, and we have found that, you know, crossbows jump past that. You still have the nerves, you still got the animal there, you still got to make the shot, but you know, the crossbow can take away some of those variances that might happen in a hunting situation. I don't crossbow hunt much. If I get a chance to go out, I tend to gravitate towards a vertical bow, but I absolutely am one to pick up my crossbow and go out and sit in the woods late season, because your clothes are heavy and it's hard to shoot a vertical bow, so picking up a crossbow is a great time. If I was in a situation where I didn't have time to get ready, and I didn't feel comfortable going out and wasn't confident that I could make the shot that I needed to make, you know, it's easy to grab the crossbow and go and take care of that. So
it sounds like a quick and easy solution when you want to just get out there and get to hunting quickly, right? It's what I'm perceiving.
It's a way to participate in the archery season, which is It's the most beautiful time of the year to be in the woods, even if you haven't had the time to prepare as much prior to the season. So,
and I'll tell you, one of the things that I've learned, and sometimes I am reminded of this even when I don't practice for a day or two. Oh, you feel it, like, and it literally shows up in your performance. So consistently practicing, with a vertical bow, because that's all I know right now.
Sure.
It matters if you're not prepared.
Yes, and you're new at it, okay? And I mentioned muscle memory before. So after you've done this for 40 plus years,
oh my God,
there is a certain amount of muscle memory there. So it won't take you as long, or you can lay off a little while and still come back.
Johnny, I've learned a lot from you already. Tell me more about this crossbow, just from a precision and accuracy standpoint. And then I also want you to give me your perspective on what would it look like for a shooter like me who is currently into target archery, shooting a Matthews title. What would a crossbow setup look like for me to kind of easily transition into, okay, I want to shoot a crossbow because I'm thinking about hunting. Like, what does that look like?
First off, we've talked about some things that can affect your consistency. And this particular brand, this is Ravin. This is our premier brand. And Ravin's, the first priority is accuracy.
Okay.
There are lots of crossbows that are very, very fast, and we have some of the highest performing crossbows. When I say performing, typically that means arrow speed.
Okay.
This system, instead of you putting hooks on the string, we actually send the trigger box, the trigger mechanisms, down to the string in a rail. Okay, so this part that grabs the string is fixed, and it's going to grab the string in exactly the same place every time because it's attached in the rail here. So we've taken away some of the variations that would happen loading it up. When we draw it back, there's a tapered pin and a receiving area in the back, and it forces that trigger box into exactly the same place every time. So now we've taken away the variances that you might put into a crossbow system by cocking, pulling it back, and anchoring it. The knock system for the Ravin, the knock itself is tapered, and the receiving area back here is also tapered. So it forces that arrow into exactly the same place every time.
Okay.
It takes away a lot of those variations that we talked about. We talked about the universality of crossbows, but literally, if I cocked a crossbow and sighted in, and then I hand it to you and let you cock it, you may find that you're hitting left or right a couple of inches or something because of a little bit of a different way between the way you cock it and the way I cock it. So here, I can cock this one and shoot it sighted in, then I can cock it and you can shoot it, and then you can cock it, and it will be exactly the same because of the mechanical advantages that they've built into the system. We don't have those variances. By the way, it is a crossbow arrow, not a bolt. You may have heard the term bolt when people talk about crossbows. It is an arrow. It's 20 inches long. It's got fletching. It's got a knock. It's got a point. It's actually an arrow. So.
Oh, okay.
The way a crossbow would get you into it is, again, if you didn't have the time to commit to the practice and the comfort level, this speeds up that approach. But if you've decided that you wanted to go hunting, what did you say you were shooting
the Matthews title? And
the way your bow is set up right now probably wouldn't be right for
hunting.
Your hunting bow, right?
No,
okay.
Not at all.
So, you have a choice of either you finding another bow and getting it set up that way. And I don't know what kind of draw weight you're pulling on your title, but typically you want a little bit more draw weight because the arrow, we need the penetration to be effective. So you want to, I don't know what you're shooting on your bow right now. Do you know what your draw weight is?
I'm pretty sure it's like 40.
Okay.
40.
Yeah, 40 pounds.
Yeah.
We're getting some. So the crowd's
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, 40 pounds is a legitimate hunting weight, but 40 pounds and up is a good target. We don't have to worry about that because the draw weight is. It doesn't matter what the draw weight of the limbs are because you have mechanical cranking devices, but there's always enough energy here in a crossbow to be effective on any kind of animal target you're shooting at. So.
Okay.